If you're a father in your 40s and 50s, you have a family, a wife, kids, you also have a full-time job or a business that you run, you probably feel like you have no time to dedicate to your health, to the gym, to dieting, or anything that involves dedicating time to you specifically, because you feel like you have all these other things that take up your time already and you have no time to actually serve yourself. And if that's you, I highly recommend you watch this video in full, because I'm going to show you exactly how you can make time for yourself instead of finding it, because that's the biggest mistake most of you guys make whenever you are trying to use time as an excuse. Because we make time for what's important. Obviously, your kids are going to be the most important thing to you if you are a father in your 40s and 50s. Your wife is going to be extremely important to you. But in order for you to really enjoy your time with your family, enjoy your time at work, and just enjoy your time in general, you have to optimize your health. If your health is not optimized, your life is not optimized either. And the worse your health is, honestly, the worse your life gets. I don't think you can really show me an example of a man whose health is just completely tarnished and they have an amazing time with their family. Maybe you can give me an example, but I promise you, if that person was healthy and wasn't taking steps towards type 2 diabetes, a stroke, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, and wasn't 50 pounds overweight, they probably would enjoy their time with their wife a little bit more. They probably would enjoy their time with their kids playing soccer with them or whatever it is, if they were in their optimal state of performance, because you will be a huge example for your kids and your wife as well if you are in that state. So in order for you to get there, I would highly recommend for you guys to get a notebook out and a pen, just like what I have right now, and just write out what your day looks like from beginning to end in terms of what takes up your time, your work schedule, time you spend with your family, etc. And then look for those little pockets of time in which you could dedicate time to yourself. It could be from 6 to 7 p.m. It could be at 6 in the morning before work, on a lunch break. I promise you, everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. Once again, we make time for what's important. You will find time, I promise you. You will find time in these little pockets that you write out if you actually write it down. So I would highly recommend for you guys to do this. So once you see it, you see, okay, from 6 to 7 p.m., for example, after work, I do have 1 hour that I can dedicate to my health before I go and watch a movie with my wife or whatever it is. There's no excuse then for you to then say, I don't have the time to do a 15-minute workout, because you just wrote it out directly in front of you. So even in that state, if you still don't want to do it, that's just a sign of low accountability, low motivation, and a low commitment to yourself. And if that is what you figure out once you actually write this out here, that will really symbolically represent what you're going through here, which is exactly that: a lack of accountability, lack of motivation, and really a lack of a desire to change for yourself. And that needs to be identified immediately, because if you don't fix that now, it will never be resolved. And you will continue to say that you can't find time for yourself. And realistically, the time is there, you're just not making it for yourself because you're not making yourself a priority. So move yourself on the priority list, move it up a few notches. That would be number one, step one. And then step two, find some sort of way to hold yourself accountable. So if you feel like you just need a little extra push right now, a little extra sense of accountability, then I would highly recommend for you to click the top link, the link on the very top of this video description, to speak with me directly to see if I can help you break your weight loss plateau, help you lose weight month after month, and give you an additional sense of accountability to get you to where you want to go faster. And in case you don't know me, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Bobby O'Brien. I help career-driven men in their 40s and 50s lose weight sustainably and lose their gut for good without counting or restricting a single calorie at all whatsoever. And if you want more information on that, you're more than welcome to click the link in the middle of the video description to check out my Instagram. All my information is going to be on there, videos, pictures, etc. And if you want to speak with me directly there, you can also send me a message on Instagram. But getting back into it, if you realize that your lack of desire is low, then you need to find some sort of way to hold yourself accountable if you're not going to do it with a coach. And it's going to be easier said than done, obviously, but finding that intrinsic why, or that intrinsic deep emotional reason as to why you want to change in the first place, is going to help. And using your family as motivation is definitely going to be really, really important here. If you feel like your family is taking up a lot of time, that's great. You are spending time with your family. That's nice. And if you feel like your work schedule is also taking up a lot of your time too, Great. That's good. That's good that you're on autopilot. It's good that you're working. It's good you're staying productive. But what's the point of you staying productive if you're not going to stay consistent with your health regimen at all whatsoever? So you need to find that deep emotional reason as to why you want to change in the first place and use that as motivation. And the deeper it is, the more painful it is, quite frankly, the more you're going to push yourself to actually go to the gym and do the things that you don't want to do. Because we quite honestly act out of a state of discomfort and pain whenever we make changes, 90% of the time, I would say. Usually whenever we make some sort of change, it doesn't feel comfortable, it doesn't feel good at all whatsoever. It honestly feels pretty painful for the most part. But that's actually how you know with full validation that you're making the right decision if you feel uncomfortable while making it. So if that's you, whenever you tap into that deep emotional why and it makes you feel uncomfortable, makes you feel uneasy, great. You just did exactly what you need to do in order to get to the gym. So then use that fuel to propel you through those gym doors and pick up a pair of dumbbells and boom, you are done with the hardest part. Same principle would apply to you making a meal in the kitchen that is somewhat healthy, avoiding some cravings or whatever it may be. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at itsbobbyobrien by clicking the link in the middle of the video description, or speak with me directly if you want to work with me one-on-one to help you break through your weight loss plateau and lose weight consistently month after month by us working directly with one another. But other than that, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video.